Hello and welcome. My name is Sebastian and we want to do today Amazon VPC. And at first, before we start here in the console, we go shortly to the documentation. What is it? So Amazon VPC is a virtual private cloud. You can launch AWS resources in a logical isolated virtual network that you've defined. This virtual network closely resembles a traditional network that you'd operate in your own data center, with the benefits of using the scalable infrastructure of AWS. In the following example, you see a VPC in a certain region. Here, the screened one is the VPC. And we have then an internet gateway which connects our VPC with the World Wide Web. And in the VPC itself, we have 3 different subnets in 3 different availability zones, which are running certain instances. And this is usually how it's been built. So you have a VPC, you have your EC2 instances inside, and then you can have subnets, which are private or public. And then you have an internet gateway to connect it to the World Wide Web, and all your services inside the VPC are secured. Okay, then let's do this. And actually, it's very simple. So we go to our console, we type in here VPC. There we are. And we would land now here on the VPC dashboard. It could be that you already saw this when you have your EC2s, because it looks nearly the same. So when you go now to create a VPC, you have here 2 different settings, and this is really great because AWS made it so easy to launch these VPCs. It's child's play, actually. So that's why we will not have so much to do here, actually. So usually what you can do VPC only. So you will create your VPC also with the IPv4 CIDR block. And then after you created your VPC, you can create the subnets, you can create the route tables, and also the internet gateway. But in this case, we can also do VPC and more. And already we have here some default stuff inside. So at first, we can give it a name. So we click here auto generate, and we will do my test VPC. It's already been changed. So here's the block, and we can also change it to, for instance, 24. Then we have 256 IPs or 16 for the 65K IPs. We don't use IPv6 tenancy, we leave default. Then we can choose here the number of availability zones. So right now, then this is important, our availability zone where we start the VPC is in the US East 1. So it created here 4 subnets, 2 in 1A and 2 in 1B. And when you would now change this here to 1, it's just in 1A. So it depends on what you want. When you are going through different availability zones, it's also good when you increase this number in a really production environment, because then you are also in different zones, which of a catastrophic failure can help that not all your resources are down. In this case, we choose just 1. So we will have then subnets. It is here. So right now it's a private subnet and a public subnet. You can also choose the number of public subnets. So when you want to really close it for anyone, then you can do here just 0. In this case, we do 1. And we do also 1 private subnet. The NAT gateway, at the moment, we keep at none. And we have a VPC endpoint, for instance, here already could be configured as a S3 gateway, so that our VPC by default could also use it. Then we go to create VPC. And then we just wait here. We are right now at 88%. Just easy. All is created. We can view now our VPC. And there it is. So route tables are created, the network connections are created to the internet gateway via the public subnet, and also there's free via the private one. And what we now could do is, for instance, we can go to our EC2s, as we now configured already our VPC. Let's do this, go to EC2 by typing here on top EC2, and then when we would launch an instance, we would just click here. I have also a video for launching EC2 instances. Here in this case, we just make here a simple one, my instance, and Amazon Linux is the AMI, and then here's the type, and important is here the network setting. Right now, usually it's done to the default VPC, but we can change it. Here it's standing default, but you can also use my test VPC. And then you launch your instance and it's up and running. So in this case, very simple. So we go back to our VPC. Let's go there. When we go here to your VPCs, you will have your default one and also my test VPC. And that's actually it. So when you now in this short video also created it and you want to get rid of it, as otherwise it will also occur costs, you click here, actions, delete your VPC, as long as you didn't connect it to some EC2 before. When you do this, then before you have to detach the EC2 from the VPC, but in this case we could do this and just type here delete it, and then all the resources are deleted. That's it. Okay, I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.